all young people have to feel lost to some degree because they're trying to find their footing in the world. They're in the beginning, so they don't know everything. They don't know how to act, and they're changing. Physically, they're changing, but also they're learning more. They're becoming more sophisticated. So often you feel like you're making mistakes, you're making missteps. That's the same for the person in the late 60s or early 70s as it is for the person in the 21st century. But there's a difference. Person in the late 60s or early 70s doesn't have the same ambitions. Doesn't say, I want to be famous. One of the things that you were saying is somebody saying, I'm looking for myself, I'm looking for what I love. A lot of young people today are looking for fame. Say, oh, I want to be famous. I want to be popular. I want to be well known. I want to be on the television. I want to sell 1 million books. I want to be in Oprah's book club. I want to be a star. I don't only want to sing songs. I want to sell 1 million records. My experience when I was young is not too many people thought like that. Most of us thought, God, if I can make enough money to pay my rent, eat, and get laid, I'm happy. I'm completely happy. Life is perfect. A lot of people who think about writers actually think about reading. They'll say, they'll think about the great novels. They say, oh, well, you must have read, Albert Camus and Virginia Woolf and Shakespeare, When really, the books that made you become a writer was Tom Swift and the Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew. That the love of writing comes at a very early age. Like for me, for instance, comic books so affected me. And a lot of people, who come up to me and start talking about writing, when I start talking to them about the Fantastic Four, they look at me aghast. They say, the Fantastic Four, that's not literature. I said, yeah, but it was when I was 11 years old. This was literature. This was telling me what life was about. This is how I kind of entered life through fiction. I'm telling these stories. Blackness is a very important part of it, because blackness is what defines daily life. Blackness is what defines who you are, where you can go, how much money you can make, how you can plan for your future, how you're gonna, how you're gonna have hope for your children. And so when I'm doing that, but when I'm doing something else, when I meet somebody on the street and say, hi, how you doing? I don't think I'm a black person saying, hi, how you doing, to a Korean person or to a white person, So, yes, in my work, of course, I identify very closely with being black. But in life, I'm just Walter.